Hello everyone! In this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Samina Pasha to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Samina Pasha's words. Let's first talk about the earthquake in Islamabad and Rawalpindi because this is the latest news. So let's start with that. Last night, strong tremors were felt in Islamabad and Rawalpindi. Tremors were also felt in Lahore, but the intensity of the earthquake there was not as severe as it was in Islamabad and Rawalpindi. The intensity was felt very strongly in Islamabad and Rawalpindi. Now, barely 24 hours have passed, and the tremors started again today, and the earthquake that came tonight was much more intense. Although its intensity on the Richter scale is reported to be 5.1, and its epicenter is reported to be in Rawat, which is not far from Islamabad. Because of this proximity, the intensity was felt most strongly in Islamabad. Moreover, another reason for the strong tremors could be that if the epicenter of the earthquake is not deep down, but rather if the plates on the surface are active, then the tremors are felt more strongly. So this earthquake, although its Richter scale intensity was 5.1, was not deep and not far from Islamabad. So the whole city shook, and the fear was so intense that people rushed out of their homes while reciting the Kalma. It was also noticed that the earthquake lasted a while. Sometimes an earthquake may last for a few seconds, but this one was prolonged. People felt a continuous shaking, especially in the buildings, which caused even more fear. Another important point in this regard is that many buildings developed cracks and emergency measures were implemented in hospitals due to concerns about potential damage from such a severe earthquake. However, as of now, according to the latest reports, no casualties have been reported, thankfully. But there is definitely fear among people due to the repeated tremors. As you know, just a few days ago, Russia experienced a very strong earthquake with a magnitude of over 8.1 on the Richter scale, and it was a terrifying event. So this suggests that there is ongoing tectonic activity and earthquakes are occurring in various areas. Additionally, the effects of climate change are also being felt, which could be another contributing factor. However, overall, no matter how much humans advance in technology, they remain helpless in the face of the natural disasters created by Allah. People had said that these earthquakes and storms are happening because of the oppressive rulers in power. Earthquakes, storms, rains and floods are all reminders from Allah, indications that we should correct ourselves. Some may consider these disasters as punishment, but I see these rulers as a punishment for Pakistan. They oppress the people, deny justice, ruin lives, destroy livelihoods, and exploit the hard-earned money of the people for their own indulgence. If these rulers are not a punishment for Pakistan, then what are they? These are such punishments that the people did not even choose themselves. These rulers have been imposed upon us. As stated in the Quran, it says that such rulers will be imposed on you, not that you will choose them. From this, you can understand that such rulers are a form of punishment. So my prayer is that Allah protects the poor and the oppressed and safeguards their homes and livelihoods. If any harm must come, let it be to these tyrannical rulers as a lesson, so that the people may be free from their oppression. But the reality is that no human can fight against such natural disasters because we are helpless before them. Anyway, may Allah keep the residents of Rawalpindi and Islamabad safe. Moving forward, let's talk about political matters. The issue is that the conversation from Imran Khan today, reported from jail, reveals a few things that weren't mentioned in his tweet, but are being reported by multiple reporters. For example, it has been reported that Imran Khan's facilities in jail have been restored. He's been given books, allowed to talk to his sons, his TV has been turned on, and his complaints about newspapers have been resolved. These details have been confirmed by the reporters, though his tweet doesn't mention them. Another important piece of news, not in the tweet but reported by reporters, is that Imran Khan has stated that if Ali Amin Gandapur cannot stop the drone strikes, he should resign and give someone else the opportunity. Several reporters have reported that Imran Khan said this explicitly. If he cannot stop the strikes, he should resign. But the conversation from Imran Khan's tweet and statements from Alima Khan was that Ali Amin Gandapur must stop the drone attacks and save the people of the province. The resignation issue was not mentioned in the tweet. However, reporters are quoting Imran Khan as saying that if Gandapur cannot stop it, he should step down. So this raises concerns for Gandapur if he becomes an obstacle in the operation. If he doesn't follow the instructions of the establishment, he knows that they will not let him stay as the chief minister. His government could be dissolved, and the establishment could impose governor's rule or make any amendment to remove him. If he continues to collaborate with the establishment on the operation and other issues, Imran Khan might tolerate him for now, but in future conversations, he may say that if he cannot perform, he should resign. So Ali Amin Gandapur seems to be in a difficult position, and it seems his strategy of playing both sides might not last for much longer. Now, coming to Imran Khan's general conversation, everything mentioned in his tweet was confirmed by the reporters as well, including the boycott of the upcoming by-elections and his praise for Sikandar Sultan Raja, whom he called a historic figure for democracy. He also talked about the destruction of institutions and named General Asim Munir. Imran Khan also mentioned the date of August 14th in his statement, and about the damage to institutions and the upcoming legal decisions. All of this was included in his tweet. However, the 2 points I mentioned earlier about Gandapur's resignation were not mentioned. Now, everyone is focusing on Imran Khan's emphasis on August 5th. While Imran Khan is making a big push for that day, it seems like the PTI leadership is either clueless about the plan or is deliberately withholding it from the public. Is there pressure on them to keep the plan secret for now? One possible strategy could be to keep the plan undisclosed to prevent the government from diffusing it early. If PTI announces a rally at a specific location, the government could deploy heavy police forces and block roads, preventing the rally from happening. But if they announce the plan at the last moment, the government won't have time to prepare or respond. So there are 3 possibilities. Either they don't have a plan, they are under pressure, or they are keeping the plan secret to prevent the government from interfering. If it's the first option, it's hard to believe they don't have a plan after all this time. If it's the second option, then it's possible that they are in a difficult situation. But if it's the third option, they may be doing this intentionally, thinking that a surprise announcement will make it harder for the government to react. But if PTI doesn't explain this well, the workers will become frustrated, and there will be confusion, as statements from their leadership indicate. For instance, it was earlier stated that barrister Salman Akram Raja, Ali Amin Gandapur, and others would reveal the plan. So now, it looks like the leadership is not being clear with the party workers, which is creating confusion. In conclusion, we are still waiting for clarity from the leadership, but if PTI does not disclose their plan soon, it may only add to the confusion. No plan came up. Then these people said that since Mahmood Kanachaksai is leading, he will give the plan. But no plan came from his side either. So today, when Mustafa Nawaz Kokar was asked about this, he said, "No, we will support them morally. If there is any plan or any protest, then PTI should handle it." So from this, it is clear that none of these parties will be standing on the streets protesting with them. They will have to do it themselves. Now, in this situation, when Salman Akram Raja was asked, he said, "The plan will be given by every provincial president in their own capacity, and further organizations on a district level will continue after that." So he too shrugged it off, saying this plan is completely like a game of musical chairs, and it is unclear who is going to announce this plan. The workers are very concerned, and rightfully so, because now there's just one day left, August 4th. If they don't tell us by now, how will people gather and where will they come? If this protest is only for party workers, then it would be fine to just send a WhatsApp message at the last moment saying, "Workers should come to this place." But if you want to include the general public, you have to mobilize them well in advance. You need to send messages, tell them where the rally is, where the gathering will be, or where the road will be blocked. You have to inform people beforehand. So, how will this happen in just one day? In this whole situation, it is apparent that PTI's plan is still unclear. and it seems like a rumor about what this plan is, who has it, and when it will be announced. Along with this, the important point is that people are quite disappointed with this side, but internationally there is a loud voice rising. Today, Mr. Jack Goldsmith, who you know is Jemima's brother, tweeted and referred to the interviews of Qasim and Suleiman, saying that if Imran Khan had seen these interviews, he would surely have been proud of how his children are speaking to the international media and fighting cases on his behalf. This would certainly have been a proud moment for him. He reposted it and supported it strongly. Jack Goldsmith is an influential person in his country, and his voice for Imran Khan's release is an open one. Similarly, Jemima also reposted the interview of Imran Khan's sons today and added a message telling everyone to repost the interview and spread this voice. It now seems that Jemima Khan herself is designing and leading this entire campaign, as reports are also coming that these children's interviews are being pushed forward through Jemima Khan, and the effort to increase pressure on various platforms will continue. This means that Jemima herself is now active in this campaign, and you will now see her involved in various tasks related to it. Yesterday, she also posted on Instagram, sharing an article related to PTI members who have been sentenced along with the word democracy. This tweet was very significant as it highlighted that 108 members have been sentenced to jail. What kind of democracy is this? Again, a powerful message from her, which reached thousands and millions within just 1 hour. Moreover, today a full-page ad-type article appeared in the New York Times, which I believe was paid for. It detailed the jail days of Imran Khan and highlighted his problems in jail. The article included large pictures and also emphasized human rights issues. Overall, the PTI narrative that you heard in the interviews of Suleiman and Qasim has been summarized in this article. If something gets published in New York Times, even if it is an ad, it definitely gets considerable viewership and the message reaches far and wide. This activity is noticeable. In the coming days, more interviews of the children may appear, and you've already seen the impact of those interviews. Today, there's news that Imran Khan's conditions in jail have significantly improved. Even the issue of the children's complaints that their voices weren't being heard has been addressed, and they had a conversation with their father on WhatsApp for over an hour. So, we are starting to see some effect, at least in this regard. Today, Marang Balok was presented in court again and was remanded once more. She was as confident as ever, with clear understanding of why she was being treated this way. She even told the judge that remands are given for investigation and questioning, but no questions are asked, and she is simply kept in custody, which she doesn't mind. She smiled and attended her hearing as usual. However, the sad part is that there is no progress in this entire matter, and the judicial system is becoming a mockery. Lastly, the government is facing tough times, and it is evident. Today, I was reading a line from Sohail Badai's column, which is being widely discussed. He mentioned that the expected improvements have not come. The current government has not lived up to those expectations, and there is no sign of any improvement in the situation. It's significant that, like in his previous columns, he discussed how the current government failed to improve the economy as was expected. The establishment is also not satisfied with their performance, and a charge sheet is reportedly being prepared against them. Sohail Badai also gave an interview to Mansour Ali Khan today, in which he made some important points. He mentioned that there is still a proposal for Field Marshal to become president, and that this proposal is still on the table. He also mentioned something very interesting that went viral. Though it isn't a new revelation, many have discussed before that Imran Khan was offered various deals, including offers to shift abroad, go to Bani Gala and allow the system to run for a while before adjustments could be made for him. Sohail Badai, being a critical journalist, added credibility to this conversation. He narrated that when Ghulam Sarwar Khan took a deal to Imran Khan, asking him to stay silent for a while, Imran Khan's reaction was to throw his shoe off in anger, a figure of speech, meaning he was furious. The implication was clear. Imran Khan rejected the offer outright. It was also mentioned that similar offers were made to him to go abroad or stay in Bani Gala quietly. PTI's leaders, including Faisal Chaudhry, have said that such offers were made, but Imran Khan refused to leave the country and instead said that the release of his comrades was more important. Now, what is clear is that these people are so desperate that they have applied every trick in the book. The usual methods that politicians used in the past, like offering deals and breaking up parties, putting pressure, character assassination and so on, were all applied to Imran Khan. Even when they couldn't succeed in forcing him out, they took extreme measures, breaking his party, taking away his government, and carrying out numerous attacks on him. But despite all of that, he stood strong, and they couldn't achieve the outcome they were hoping for in just a few days. The situation now seems to have reached a dead end. The mistakes made by the current system are so numerous that there is no way forward. The political calculation around Imran Khan has proven to be completely wrong, and the government itself is now stuck because the anticipated improvement didn't happen. The system is in such disarray that it's unclear how to proceed. This desperation is becoming evident as they apply all their old tactics without any results. In conclusion, this system has failed. Despite all their efforts, they have not been able to achieve their goal, and now they are trapped in a situation where they don't know what to do next. What was supposed to be an easy fix has now turned into a crisis they can't resolve. That wraps up our translation of Samina Pasha's video. I hope this English version helped you understand her message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.